All right. Hello, everyone. Hi. It's been a while since I've done a stream. Just gonna let people get in here. Sorry, this is so late. I'm just doing this because this is the only time I can kind of do this. So yeah, I want to go through the FLAs and I want to put out the source files for Object Invasion episodes like 3, 4, 5, 6. But I need to go through these FLAs because they need to I don't know. I gotta go through them, make sure they're good, and then organize them all, and then I can throw them up on the drive. So that way, you all with Adobe Animate can go in and just have fun with them, do whatever you want. Um, I have so many things open right now. You can see there's some Object Invasion 7 stuff up here. Let me close down some of this. Oh yeah, actually maybe here. Do you guys want to see the Object Lockdown characters? Actually, wait, no. I'll show one of them later, but sorry. I I don't want to spoil all of them that are in any yet. But yeah, for those who don't know, yeah, the Lockvasion crossover is coming next episode 7. Hope you guys are excited for that. Let me close this. That's just an FLA full of logos. What version of Adobe Animate is this? This is 2019. Okay, check. Well, this isn't related to what we're doing, but check this out. This is the file I used when I was animating the window like in the safety suit during episodes 5 and 6. So sometimes the rig is not complicated. It's the same as a standard object show rig, but I would create the animations in here and just kind of paste them into this whatever scene I was working on. So right here, this is when it's kind of like looking up at Popsicle and he jumps at her. So I just made this in here. This is when he's coming down on like the giant like the peak pillar, that whole sequence. Fun stuff. Yeah, I'm just here. Let me just close out some of these ones that I don't need open. Um, Let me see. Okay, but yeah. So what I'm going to be doing first is I am going to be going through the episode 3 FLAs and getting them ready, so that way then you guys can all have fun with them. Log Vision is so peak. Thank you, Sculptor fan, #1 Sculptor fan. Here, I'll check out the chat. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. Object Invasion 67. It's coming. It will come. What is your favorite BFDI character? I really like Blocky. I think Blocky is very fun. Here, I'll type that in chat as well. They fixed Windows Death in Object Invasion 6. That's true. That is true. We did go through another round of revisions for episode 6 when we were doing when we were doing the cut for the open world, like that big video. Here, I can actually I'll open up that FLA right now. I am already getting distracted. I think that's fine. I'll just see how far I get. I think the goal of this stream will be to get episode 3 up at least. Maybe episode 4. We'll get those source files up for everyone. Do you ever watch Teapot? Of course I watch Teapot. I work on Teapot. You guys may have seen the Teapot 20 is going to be in theaters. I made the poster, or like the current like the promo images that you've seen with like one over the earth. Okay, sorry. Let me wait for this to load. Who's going to voice Pool? I have no idea yet. Pain Palette fan. I have no idea yet. Also, I'm so sorry. I saw a super chat earlier. I didn't see it. Hold on. I didn't read it. There were a couple. Okay, hold on. Sorry. Thank you to Mavis for the $2 super chat. Hi. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Hi. Thank you for the $2 super chat again. Ian M Studios official. What version of Adobe Animate? That's the one I answered. Yes, 2019. 2019 is the one I answered. Do you plan on revising any of the other episodes for the full season? Episode 3 has a revised scene. The OJ elimination was revised, as you can see from the if you look in the best of OJ video, you can see it's a little different from the final episode. Um, those kinds of scenarios they just happen due to like time crunch when we're because yeah, I mean you guys all know Object Invasion episodes they typically have come out a little later in the day. That's just because, you know, very we're very crunched at the very end, just a little bit. It just kind of happens with a show like this, and I'm not the best at time management. I'll be honest, but yeah, I am grateful that we get to finalize after, because then that means that you guys get some better versions of the scenes for other videos. But yeah, we this was the window death. Before, it was only like the standard, like it was only like, here, hold on, let me draw on here. In the original episode, it's only like this part of the screen of the window that's like broken, and then we realized it should be the full thing, so we changed that. What did you guys think of the scene, by the way? I was very excited getting to write this. It's been planned for a bit, but I don't know. It's a very fun death. I think, yeah, if you saw like the battle royale compilations, I think, you know, it's this was a very fun challenge. You know, to come up with all the deaths for all the characters. It got to be pretty brutal, so I hope you guys like that. Yeah, I saw all the spring lock comments about this. It was so fun. Here, let me send this stream in my. Oh, yeah, it's already sent in my server. I was checking. I recognize you, Smeltua, from the Discord server. This is S tier animation. Thank you. Fun fact that the window death scene was animated the day before the episode came out. That's it's feeding into my terrible time management. Into what I said earlier. But that's all right. It happens. I'm working on it. We're working on it. Okay, let me. Okay, well, this is scene 1 of episode 3. Let's go back to what we're originally doing. So my goal right now is just to make sure that all of these FOAs are just kind of final, the final versions. So that way then I can upload them to the drive and you all can take a look at them. The scene was animated by Gaforbo, or Gabo. Yeah, they did an excellent job. Very dramatic scene. This scene I wanted to do since, like, well, this episode came out in February. I think I realized Candy's stripes were messed up in like October of last year. It was either October or like September. It was right after I put out episode 1. And like, I remember I was so annoyed at myself, but it was so funny. It was a very funny thing to mess up. So I was just like, I'll put that in my notes, save it for another episode, and I got to add it to episode 3. So that was very fun. We got some nice circle shadows underneath the characters. Whenever the characters are inside, they have those circle shadows rather than the like the full body shadows that we typically do. Here we go. Kicked out of the window. Very easy. It's very quick, but we throw on, you know. Ooh, I like the smear that was done right here. Nice. And this glass animation is actually reused from Window. We have there's like a glass shattering sound. There's a glass shattering effect that we use for Window. So that was repurposed here. I really like that. Let me open up the I'll open up the episode 5 assets actually. Here, let me check if there's any more. If I miss any, I'll try not to. But hopefully I don't miss any super chats. I have the chat open in my OBS as well, so hopefully it lets me know. But I will keep scrolling back and say hello, Sabota. Sabota is an animator on the show, and Sabota helped a lot with a lot of the episodes. With episode 6, helped out a lot with like a lot of the last minute scenes. It was very helpful. Very grateful. But yeah. Hope you're doing well, Sabota. Welcome. Let me see. Hello, Snowy Packle. You guys may know Snowy Packle makes Epic Object Show, which has a plush out now, the Juicebox plush. You should go check that out on objectshow.com. But yeah, Snowy Packle voices Window, who I just showed the death of. Let me see. Scroll through this chat. Your voice was shot. You did so well. Yeah, Snow, you did such a great job voicing Window for this episode. I actually couldn't believe it. I think I feel like your voice performance literally like makes it one of the I feel like it's one of the most brutal deaths in Object Show history. I hope so at least. Oh yeah, this is the episode 5 FLA, by the way, so this isn't like fully updated, but this has, you know, everything that I lended the animators. Yeah, here we go. This is what I was talking about. Yeah, we have this. Oh, actually, Sabota animated this as well. Sabota animated this window shattering animation, and so we just kind of reuse it. We kind of reuse it everywhere. It's very, very nice. The title card, I loved. From when I wrote the script, I knew I wanted to throw it in like this. Very fun. All right. Well, this FLA is good, so I will upload that. Let me open up the let me open up my Google Drive for like the actual source files, and I'll just upload them as I go. That might be easier. And also help me keep track. Let me do this real quick. Will you continue Fusion's basics in animation? I mean, I don't see it not coming back, but I also like. I feel like now, especially with like YouTube videos, I feel like I'm very like. I feel like I'm a lot more focused on just making the content now, making the shows, you know, making Object Invasion, especially, the Daily Object Show remastered. I need to make Tiny Taco Tales. I do want to get an episode of that out this year, but I think, you know, with other YouTube videos, I do hope I can get to making another tutorial someday. But I mean, honestly, I think another way to look at this is kind of like in making these shows this often as I do, I think I'll gain a lot more experience and I'll be able to share more when I eventually do make tutorials. But you know, for now, I'm fine. I feel like I'm fine not, you know, making constant tutorials. I do get they help people though. There's also, you know, there's plenty of other Object Show animation tutorials out there. I know Webs for Revs has some pretty good ones. So yeah, if you want some object animation tutorials right now, you can go on Webs for Revs. But yeah, it's not out of the realm of possibility. That's all I'm saying. Here, let me get Fusion Animation's assets open. Let me see. Oh, I'll put this on a more interesting. Oh, I already closed the FLA. Never mind. Why do you use the BFDIA limbs for your show? I just really like the BFDIA assets. I think they're very good. BFDIA is what kind of inspired me to, you know, go back to asset animation. And I think I've gotten pretty good at it. I like to think. So yeah. And also just helping out with the show over the last like year, of the last 2 years now. Oh my gosh. I don't know. It's very fun. I'm glad I get to do it. Very grateful. Okay, let me see. That was this FLA. You guys are gonna see. You guys can see in real time me uploading these FLAs. In the on my channel in the about page, you can find the and for those of you who don't know, this all my source files are available on a Google Drive, which is located in my about page. I'll pin it in this chat right now. I'll pin it in the chat. But yeah, this is what I'm doing right now. I'll be uploading all the FLAs here as I go through them. So there we go. That's the first one in. Very fun. Very fun. Can you comment on Invasion, the original reboot you planned that was darker than the one we got? Yeah, it was. Here, I'll talk about it as I open up, as I get through these other FLAs. Invasion 2023 it was gonna be. I feel like it was a heavy inspiration, you know, like Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul type show. It was supposed to take place before the competition. and it was gonna focus more so on like the crime side. I've definitely said this before, but yeah, it was gonna be focused on the crime side. Ball, sign, we're gonna be in it. Mace was gonna be a bigger part of it. Um, but yeah, then I think eventually we just kind of like. Eventually, I realized it wasn't really something I wanted to work on, or it wasn't as fun. It wasn't moving forward like how I wanted, so I just kind of scrapped it. And then last year, I got inspired by BFDIA, obviously, and doing the competition again. And I think now we have a good mix of both, and I'm very happy about that. But Invasion 2023, it was very short. It was a lot more like character interaction heavy, although I don't think the quality was there. Like obviously I would say that because I wrote it, but I think even like just quality wise, it wasn't what it could have been. I think now I could probably do it, but I think you know it. We don't need to focus on it. A lot of the elements from that are like they're gonna be in the reboot in the 2024 version, but they'll be you know I don't know. I'm sure one day I'll share the script for it once I get through a lot of the plot points in the new reboot, but I think for now, to consider it like a beta version of this current reboot. Oh, but yeah, this is scene 2. This was animated by Spheregon, who also animates, for BFDIA, Teapot, II. Very talented. Has been I've been friends with Bro since 2016. He's been working on Object Invasion since the original, since the 26 since Reloaded. But yeah, this was the first ball and sign scene. They're finally real characters. I was so I never realized it disappeared in that frame. I wonder if that's in the episode. Whoops. Maybe it's not. Maybe I just messed up. But yeah, I was really excited to get Ball and Sign back into the show. I'm glad a lot of people realize that they're from the very very first Object Invasion, which is the original footage. I mean, I'm glad people pick up on that and glad they see all that. I'm really proud of how. Well, I'm not. No, this impact frame is beautiful. Spheron did all this. It's very nice. Oh, and you can see I made this prop right here. We got Grime. We have my PC, which is also computer from the Daily Object Show. Little reference. There we go. Amazon with the BFDI math. Let me see. Question from CoPro Lol 15. What inspired you to give bread 4 legs like an animal? It was more so about. I think it was kind of like. It was kind of similar to Top Hat from the Nightly Manor by Animations, where the original design of Top Hat was just kind of like an upright top hat, and they just kind of flipped it. It's a small design change, but I think it was very fun, and people really seem to like it. I don't know. It's just one of those things to make the character stand out a little bit. But also, I feel like I really like characters that are like quadrupeds or like that have like odd numbers of limbs. Like I know I definitely want to have a character. Oh well, actually I can't even say that anymore. I was gonna say I do want to have a character with like four arms and 2 legs. But if you've seen the newest episode of Object Invasion, then you'll see that Phone actually does. Yeah, Phone is able to have 4 robot arms. I also appreciate Spheron animating the shotgun very accurately here. That was something I admittedly couldn't I didn't do during the Battle Royale challenge. I probably should have. My bad. But beautifully animated scene. Oh, you can actually see. I'm glad Spheron left it in. You can see the animatic underneath it. This is what I give the animators when I send out scenes to everyone. I'll do these quick I'll do these quick mock-ups of of the episode of the scene and what it should look like. I'll put, you know, what props everyone should get, all that. It's very fun, very fun. Okay, but yeah, this scene also looks good to go. So I think I'll delete the anim. I think I'll delete the animatic. I think. But yeah, there we go. Nice. School Peter fan, thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed computer briefly. Let me check the chat on my Chrome. Let me see. Sorry if I'm not getting a lot of these questions. I will. Well, I'll try to get as much of them as I can. I just want to get through a lot of these FLAs. Let me see. By Simple Hexagon 87. Hey Fusion, are you going to continue making TDOS remastered episodes? Yes, I do plan on. Yes, I know I said they would be out in September. TDOS remastered will come out in October. I'm really sorry about that. I'm gonna put all my priorities into like the Lock Invasion crossover, which is Object Invasion 7, and then also Wugalo's working on Object Lockdown 14. We're gonna try and get that out as soon as possible, so we're gonna be focusing on that. But the Daily Object Show remastered episodes 2 to 5, they're being audio edited. There's a good chunk of it already done. Shout out to Taffy Marzi for helping manage the audio for that. But yeah, well, that means that once Object Invasion 7 is out, I'll be able to animate the rest of the Daily Object Show remastered, and we'll be able to get that out to you guys. So you know, no worries on that. You might have to wait a little longer, but it should be okay. Also, I see Tyler Lance is in the chat. Hello. Member for 26 months. It's actually crazy. Hey Fusion, how'd you meet Jacob back in OIR2? Asks Blendy YouTube. Back in the day, it was on Skype. A lot of like OSC creators, I feel like we would be able to interact through like different crew servers and all that. So I probably got in touch with Jacob probably through like I can't even remember at this point. Either maybe he reached out or maybe I did. Or we probably connected through an Object Show crew server. I couldn't tell you. I'm gonna be honest, but it's been 9 years now. It's been so long, but I'm very grateful. Jacob, you know, has been on the crew for so long, been voicing the same. I think Jacob is the longest voice actor that isn't me, who's voiced like the same character. Because obviously I have OJ, but that's kind of like an obvious. But Jacob has voiced WoW or Tuna since 2016. Okay, let me open up episode 3. No, scene 3. Let me open up scene 3. Let me see. Let me see. Okay, it's not in this folder. Sorry, I'm looking through folders on another screen just so I show what I want to show. Okay. Scene 3, I animated scene 3. That was the scene where they're slingshotting. Tuna gets kind of stepped on a little bit. And then, yeah. And then Slingshot is caged up. They caged up Slingshot. It's very scary. What happened to that never the same reaction you did? It's still on YouTube. It's just like I think it's private now. Just because it was so long ago, and also it just like, you know, it was a long time ago, and I also don't think it's something that needs to be public anymore. It's not that anything bad was in it. It's just kind of an old video that I'd rather. I'd rather have private. I think, you know, something bad. I just, you know, I think there's some videos that I think I would rather, you know, stay. They could be relics of the past, you know. If you were there, you remember. But yeah, this is scene 3. This is the one I think this was one of the first scenes I animated for the episode. Yeah, we have these nice lens flares right here. I added nice establishing shot. You see, I definitely did not have to do this. I kind of wish I didn't. It's a little bit of a time waster, but I'm glad anyone who notices did. See a little shadow. What layer is this on? I have no idea what layer this is on. Sorry, I'm trying to find. You see this small shadow right here. Let me see. I like masked it to the Where is this? Okay, hold on. Is it here? No, it's here. Okay, I see it. Okay. Yeah, you can see the whole shadow right here, and then I just masked it to the balcony right there. Or like the railing. Very fun. Is there gonna be an audition for Pool's voice? Asks Pool Screen 123. Probably not. I think I'm just gonna choose who I feel will fit. Cause even I admittedly don't know yet. Pool does not have a voice actor yet, so I will cross that bridge when I get to it. But I think it'll be very fun. I think people will enjoy the new Pool. All right. Poor, poor tuna, always getting poor tuna. They're very different from how they were in this episode, which is weird to think that it was only like one challenge ago at this point. You see a small detail right here: phone walking away from button after the woods incident. Which calling it an incident is a little extreme, but you know, it's I think it's fine. Nice little cartoon effect right here. Poor slingshot. Yeah, I think this FLA is also good to go, so I'll upload this. Tuna is going to become become an alpha, just like OJ. That's true. All right, let me upload this FOA. Let me find episode. Where was the episode 2 one? Or what was the scene 2 one? Let me get this up. All right, that's 3 FOAs up. Friend op friend. That's the whole cup and button situation in a nutshell. Why'd you choose to have WoW rename himself in episode 4 rather than have him be WoW the whole time? Asks Abyss. Um, I think it's easier to just call him Tuna from the start because I think WoW is a very it's a very fun name, I think, but it doesn't really. I feel like it doesn't make sense, you know, when you look at the character. I think it's very easy, you know. He's clearly like a tuna can. He has a fish inside of him or whatnot, but. Yeah, I wanted to find a way to include WoW, like the name WoW, in it somehow. I think I did it. I think I did it well. I like to think I did. So, yeah, yeah. It was just something. It was just something. I feel like for newer fans, I think it's easier if it's just tuna. But you know, the name WoW, it's more of a. I know it's what he's more known as. So I wanted to bring it back in some way. Okay. Scene 4. Let me find this. I also animated scene 4. Question: do you animate on 24 FPS? Yes. Yes, most videos are, 24 FPS, so I feel like I try to, or most like animations, so I try to, try to keep it like that with the type of animation that we do. All right, this is scene 4. This is the team conference scene. I had so much fun writing this one. I hope you guys enjoyed this scene. This is one of my favorites. It's just so stupid. And also, it's a scene where we get to see the entire team within like 30 seconds, which if you guys haven't noticed, with each object invasion story, I try to show what each character is doing before the elimination. The, so this scene in particular was a very easy one to get a lot of characters in, really show what's going on. Very fun. But yeah, this scene should be good as well. We have OJ. Am I the only one who's 21? Asks BT Tund 8. I am also 21. I'm 21 years old. Why did some CN5281 asks, why did some characters from the old OI did not make it to the new OI? I just had too many characters in the show, I feel. And oh, you can see the nice little angle right here. He walks away. But yeah, there were just so many characters in the 2016 Object Invasion. There were 25 contestants. We cut it down to 18. But a lot of the characters, I feel like they were very similar to other characters. Like I had both Breathman and Notebook Paper, which honestly, like they're different enough, but I feel like well, actually, no, that's the opposite. I feel like they had their differences, but they weren't like different enough. So that's why I removed characters like Breathman. Windows 7, I didn't really need to be in there. I'm gonna be honest. Water also. That's not to say they're not gonna appear though. So I think especially now, there's the world of Object Invasion is pretty big. So I think I do want to fit them in somewhere. So if you're fans of those characters, definitely I'm sure you'll be on the lookout. I mean, even just seeing in the episodes in episode 6, Dollar appeared. Dollar made his comeback. So just keep on the lookout for that. We have pools flickering animation right here, the lights. Nice little background. Whenever you blur a background, I always crop it and then I turn it into a bitmap just so it's like lighter in Adobe Animate. Cause stuff can get very laggy in Animate if it's all blurred. So listen, no bread. We have a nice little friend. We have a cute little friendship right here with bread and elastic band. Thank you. Wait. I'm skipping. Okay, wait. Sorry. Sorry, I'm like missing out on some of the chat stuff. Sorry, give me a sec. Thank you, Patricia, for the $5 super chat. Bread is my object of all time, little creature. Thank you. Bread is one of my favorites. He's very fun. I feel like personality wise, he's very like it's very funny because I feel like every character, like he's very clearly like he just wants to be in charge, be like the leader of everything. It's like fun. Like you saw that on Team Sandstorms, he took charge pretty fast, and then the Storms as well. He tried, but he kind of failed. All right, well that is scene 4, team conference. Not really much to say about that one, but it's very cool. Yeah, not that much to say about that one. Let me see. All right, let's find scene 5, which was animated by Choreo, who is an animation director for II. Here, what did you all think of the new Inanimate Insanity episode? Season 4, episode 3. It's crazy it's season 4. I really like the episode. Here, let me see. Okay, this is scene 5 of Object Invasion 3. It's animated by Choreo, once again. Only you can save OJ. Nice little angle. I'm so glad this was in. Here, you can see in the the animatics underneath as well. I'm so glad. I'm so glad this was translated well. Here, let's get to the actual animation though. So smooth. I love the animation here. Very nice. Probably hide them. I think I'll just keep the background hidden. I know we've had our differences in the past. My goal with OJ at the beginning of episode 3 is just to make him as terrible as possible, so that way when his elimination comes, you know, he's kind of gotten all he deserves. Like he has 3 moments. He has scene 1 where he makes fun of Candy the first time. Then in scene 4 he, like, you know, he swears at Bread, and then in this scene he really you know, he goes all in with Candy. Very nice. There was a lot of fourth wall breaking in this episode. Thank you, Patricia, again for the $2 super chat. Is it canon that Scat and Fire Alarm are lovers? I think they've probably kissed, in like a nice homey way. I hope I hope I get to animate them again. I know that's me being like, oh, you know, I hope so. Um, I'm the one who makes the thing, but I hope I get to include those characters again, or I get to find a way to include them again. Scene 5. That's a good. Okay, here. I'll continue on. This is a good expression right here. I like this eye. I love custom eyes. You see that turn? You may notice it does this in the animation. That's because I think the eyes are movie clips. Let me check again. Let me make sure. Yeah, these. Yeah, you see this symbol is a movie clip. It's angry. A movie clip, you know, it doesn't show up in the animation, but the eyes are doing this, and this is so Choreo could animate this drop, could add this drop shadow effect. Here, I will be right back in like 2 minutes. Here, hold on. All right, I'm back. I'm going to put you in timeout for a bit. Yeah, sorry, I just don't want, you know, can't really have that in the chat too much. Sorry. Okay. Let's get back to this. So scene 5. That was scene 5. This is the OJ goes too far scene. Let me get this up on the drive. Is he scene? Where is it at? Where is this at? Sorry, I glossed it in my files. Oh my goodness. I just opened it. Wait, where did I? Okay, oh, it's in finalized scenes. Okay, okay. I see, I see. Okay, scene. Okay, now it's time for scene 6. I also animated scene 6. Let me see. Let me find this FOA. There we go. Hopefully this is it. This might be an unfinished one. I'll see. Took Fusion enough to notice. Sorry, my bad. Also, yeah, sorry this is so late in the day for some of y'all. Okay, let me... Okay, I'm just waiting for this to open now. My birthday's in 2 days. Happy birthday. Happy early birthday notes. Let's all share our time zones. I agree. I am PST. I'm over here. I'm over in California. Okay, I think this is I think this is unfinished. Yeah, this is an unfinished version of the scene, I think. Yeah. Yeah, this is before I had backgrounds in. Here, let me find another one that's actually finished. Where is this scene? I'm trying to find this scene. I don't know where it is. Okay, maybe it's this. It might be this scene. Why is the whole OC in California? There's a lot of us in California. A lot of us creators live with each other. It's very fun. Kenny beating up OJ by just not moving. Hey Fusion, you're my all-time favorite animator. It's because you animated the scene where Kenny beats OJ's ass. Thank you. I appreciate that. I enjoyed animating the scene. Alright. Okay, this is the final scene 6. As opposed to this version. This is a scene where Candy kicks OJ's ass. Everyone's walking in. Fun fact: I used an invincible shot. I used a shot from the show Invincible for this part. It was like for like the beats, for like the little fight choreography. Those who know. Don't you guys just love Among Us? I want to play Among Us. It sounds beautiful. I know. Yeah, it sounds better with the auto tune that Guy Goon animated, that Geo animated, that Geo added. Stand ready for my arrival, worm. OJ. Let me see. What is it? Sup, dork? Stand ready for my arrival, worm. That's how OJ would say it. This scene was fun because of the crowd right here in the back. I wasn't too crunched for this scene, so I got to have fun with this one. Let me see. I swear I have enough away with some of the like the character, like the crowd animation on its own, which I know I can see right here, but I just want to find that FOA, which I'm not finding in my files, so it might be lost, which is fine. Yeah, it's a very heavy scene. Let me go in this file. So we go in this symbol. This symbol has everything in here, all the camera motion. Oh, you see a window doing like the speed face. If you guys know which one I'm talking about. Little try not to laugh. going. We can see each character in this crowd animation. Like couple, I love doing. I love when characters jump and they have like this running and like the running legs like this. Yeah, you see each character was animated individually. It was very fun. Keiki was fun to pose. But yeah, okay, so that is scene 6. Scene 6 is the Candy and OJ fight. Will OJ singing "I Love Among Us" make a comeback? Maybe. He did hum it in episode 2, which is about as close as what people are gonna get for now. Okay, where did this FLA go? I swear to God. I lost this FLA again. I just had it. Okay, there it is. Okay, that episode, that FLA is on the drive. That is 6 scenes out of 22. So we're about, like, well, we're gonna be a third of the way in soon. All right, scene 7. Scene 7's very. Scene 7's a very quick one. Let me find this. Where are you at in my files? Where is scene 7? I swear, where is it? Why did I lose it again? Oh, actually, here, before we get to scene 7, I did find another FOA that is part of the episode that I do want to upload. Here, we'll go back just a little bit. We're almost to the elimination. We're almost there. Here, let me see. How long have we been streaming for, actually? Let me see. Been streaming for 47 minutes so far. Not bad. All right. Okay, well, here, let's go back let's go back just a little bit. We can see this is the sign and ball, like their official introduction. This is where the car is kind of just like, this is where we're kind of ore farming a little bit. We're just kind of like having cool shots. The car arriving onto the peninsula. Very nice, very nice. This animation was also done the day. Well, no, oh my gosh, no, you can see in the right here on the right. Wait, can you see it? Let me make sure. Yeah, you can. Here, I'll make this big on my. I'll make this big here. But you can see, look, it was made this FL. You can I'm breaking the. Look, you can see this was made the day of the episode. It was always planned, but I just did not get to it until the day of. Let me fix this screen. There we go. Okay. Then we pan to the forest, zooming by. Gonna head down. What is this symbol? Oh, it's just like, oh, it's a stretch version of this. It goes down like that, to the underground bunker. Which, by the way, that's the official name of that location, the underground bunker. Car and ball, sign and ball. Nice little. We got their logo right here. All right. And we pan right here. There's some parts of the scene that you notice are just white. This is where like I kind of pick and chose which where I kind of pick and chose which shots to kind of include in just for the sake of time. Nice little shot of the boxes right here. This part of this whole shot right here, it goes on, but I think it's I really wanted to show off this background a lot. This was a very big background for me to make. I was very proud of it. Let me get this up on the drive though. Isn't that the Snowflakes logo? You're right. That is the Snowflakes logo. Sorry, I keep forgetting about what in the show has been like shown off yet sometimes. Look at your chat, Fusion. Hello, sorry. Sorry about that. I get distracted. Hello, Mr. Ivan the Great. Thank you for the 50-pound super chat, Poisonous V. Make OJ. And I'm not finishing that. Make OJ to oil up. I just finished it. Alright. I'm good. I'm gonna keep looking through these FLAs, I think. Let me. Okay, I found scene 7. And an error occurred opening up file. Okay, let me download this scene again. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. 3-7. Please tell me I have this scene. Okay, I do. There we go. Okay. Just a little too much of that. We we don't need all that. Sorry, everyone. All right, this is scene 7. This is just a very quick scene. Just showing off the woods. We got sign and ball. We have a nice spray painted Snowflakes logo on here. Hey, it's Peter. Here we go. Working their magic. Going through this episode. This scene is so laggy because of the forest background. Oh my lord. Come on. Come on. These trees are so annoying to work with. I made a simpler version of them. I don't think I used them for this scene. Oh my. Come on. Okay. There we go. And we have these waves hitting phone. This is the shortest scene in the episode, I think. It's just very quick. Let me get this up on the drive. Okay. And now we will get to the elimination. Very exciting. Let me see. Okay, scene 8 was animated by Jackie, who is Chortle. She made the Battle for Respect of Roboti. And she's also an incredible animator on BFDI and Teapot. BFDIA and Teapot. I think for BFDIA 20, I think she animated 5 or 6 minutes of the episode. Crazy stuff. But yeah. Jackie animated the first scene of the elimination. Very nice. Nice total. I did all these I did the iPad, the animation, or like the screen. I did all these screen animations. It was very fun. Which reminds me, I think the next thing I need to do for episode 7 is I need to make this animation for episode 7. All this stuff. But that's not. I'll get to that soon. Chortle works on BFDIA now. Holy Lord. Yep. One of the fastest and hardworking animators on the show. I in my opinion. Nice little fairy bean came back. We showed it in episode 1. People, I don't think it was too obvious, so now we had the voucher right here. And then at the beginning of episode 4, we finally reveal that it is the Fairy Bean Cafe. Then we have the prizes are old coleslaw. That is a real life reference. We have this GIF. I don't know if you guys have seen like the duck GIF on Discord. Thank you, Elastic Band. Very good scene. Very nice scene. I always like elimination scenes. All right, scene 8 up on the drive, going up now. Here, let me get scene 9 up now. Let me see. Scene 9 was animated by Sabota. Hello, Painted Comfort. Welcome to the stream. Oh, so yeah, thank you to the people watching. I do want to apologize if the energy isn't as high as it probably could be. It is a little late. I just want to do this. I think just to show off the FLAs, but also it'll help me. I feel like it helps me, get this stuff up because all these FLAs are going up as we speak. So, but yeah, this is C9. This is Sabota, who was here earlier in the stream. One of incredibly talented animator. He's helped a lot with the show. We have Grapefruit being a bit of a dickhead. He's like, wow, I never realized we had so much in common. Oh, a nice little. I love this little mouth right here. Boy got smacked. I like this mouth as well. Bam. We don't talk to Popsicle this way. I like iPad's expressions throughout this part. OJ, tuna, and bread. I like Tuna's expression right here. OJ fans might cry soon. This joke, I was really happy with this joke. This brokey is like, this broken glass caught my fall. Tuna's the next safe. Oh, this is also where the autobiography stuff starts right here in the scene. Poor Tuna. Tuna was just trying to be nice. Thank you, Patricia, for the $5 super chat. In my personal opinion, OJ did nothing wrong. This is the woke's fault, and they couldn't stand a Sigma male. I couldn't agree more. I think OJ just wanted to voice his opinion, and people got pissed at him for it. They should not have. If anything, it's Tuna's fault. I'm glad everyone's in agreement. Just a guy asks, "Who's your favorite character that is not in the reboot?" I mean, I feel like obviously I should say Ethan, but I think not. Ethan aside, I think. Let me think. Probably. I feel like Lego probably could be funny now. I think I probably could have enough to do with Lego. I feel like I'm trying to think of what character I could do the most with right now. Out of the 7 that were cut, I feel like Lego. I would probably like take the anxiety that character had and just pump it up like 10 times. I think there's not really a character in Object Invasion like 2024 that's like super super anxious, and I feel like that could probably be something very fun to explore. Fusion, how do you or did you feel about Ethan being an object filler again? I thought, well, I was the one who recommended Ethan for object filler again, So I was very happy when he was eligible for like the host voting. I remember it was back in like 2018. I remember I was saying on this channel, I was like, oh my god, guys, we got to get Ethan to be the host of Object Filler again, and that's why Ethan has like this had like the second most amount of votes to be the host. Which obviously he probably wouldn't have, even if you won, he probably would have just been like, oh, he probably wouldn't have done anything, and they would have won with the second most. So the outcome probably wouldn't have changed. But I think it was so I don't know. I think it was just very funny. It's very memorable. I feel that he almost won. I left my mark, even if it even if I maybe shouldn't have. Admittedly, I think it was funny though. So. Poor Tuna. Oh, but yeah, this is consider reading his autobiography. That's it. And that's it. Tuna's life was changed forever. Oh, but yeah, this is this is the end of scene 9. Very well animated as usual. Oh, thank you for these messages deleted. Thank you. Are all the FLAs episodes 3 to 6 out or just 3? Okay, I think at the end of the stream, I think it probably will just be episode 3, which is fine for now, but I will continue to get through these FLAs, as the week goes on. So. Oh, but yeah, OJ says, although it was rarely shown, our vibes are unmatched. You guys will see what he was talking about probably this Christmas. They're over there. We'll have a nice Christmas short.
Although it was rarely shown, our vibes are unmatched.
But yeah, that's scene 9. Very well done. Let me upload that to the drive. Make an empty textbook thingy with OJ's autobiography cover as the actual cover for merch. I would love that. I hope we can find a way to do it. If I can find a way to do it, then it will happen. But we'll see what happens. I could see Lego being a worse version of bread. It says Azure Arts. Redo his fall from grace and have that be a similar downfall to his elimination in Old OI. That probably is what it would end up being. I think it's very fun. I feel like there's just so much more we can do with the characters now. Okay, now we're getting to scene 10. We made it to the double digits. This scene was revised for the best of OJ video, and it'll also be included when we do like any other compilation videos with the Object Invasion episodes in the future. Let me wait for this to open up. Fusion, Blendy YT asks, Blendy YT says, Fusion, remember the whole story you made for why Ethan was an OFA? I actually don't. I'll probably go back and find it because I do not remember. I'll be honest. It's been so long. Grapefruit is Mr. Beast. He wishes he could be. Wait. Sorry, hold on. Is this the same person as before? I'm seeing deleted messages. Hold on. I'm seeing messages retracted. I'm just gonna do this. Sorry. I'm seeing deleted messages. I would rather not deal with that, if that's fine. But yeah, scene 10. Let's get to it. This was animated by Brown Scarf. It brings a tear to his eye. Oh, but yeah, I guess for those who didn't know, this scene was revised from the original episode. So you can see, I could probably talk about, I think I remember all of the revisions as well. This scene was zoomed out. It was like a waist up shot of iPad. I zoomed it out. This is a very nice animation right here. I made this green and red. In the original episode, it's a zoomed in shot of OJ. He's like expected. But in this scene, I kept it the same. In this version. OJ is out. This was an insane vote, by the way. That's crazy. He got 5,000. He got almost 6,000 votes. He got almost half of the votes. That's unbelievable. We have a nice zoom in right here on the tier. Poor iPad's tier. Voiced by Zach, who is an animator for BFDIA and Teapot. Zacharoni. This shot I redid. Or in the original episode, he's just kind of like staring, like in shock. In this one, I'm like, whoa, my god, what? I also got to utilize this 3D, like the OJ asset that we have here. This is just a good moment from the episode. What an amazing moment. I love when Grapefruit did this. Look, you can see the original right here. You can see the original in this. Look at this. Fusion needs to make a joke show. He has so much potential. Thank you. I appreciate that. I would love. I feel like I would like to put all the funniest jokes in Invasion though. I think it's very fun. But yeah, you can see the original. It's like, oh my god, it's like so ridiculous. I loved watching all of the Object Invasion 3 reaction videos and just seeing people's reaction to this moment. It's just so stupid. But yeah, I don't think there's much else to this scene. It's just OJ getting a nice comeback for this joke, brings a full circle, and bam. OJ gets frozen in carbonite as an elimination. This prop was made by Cal Legend, who does audio, props, and animation for Teapot. Oh yeah, and this was from the... Yeah, and then this is when he's getting flung. OJ fans all cried out in unison. And then the last shot I also reanimated because before, it's just like a still shot of all these characters, so I animated iPad here. Nice. All right, and that is scene 10. That's we're through the elimination. Let me see. How long have we been streaming for? We've been streaming for just over an hour now. We're not doing that bad. I feel like I'm speeding up a little bit as well, so that's good. My friends made my dramatic reaction to OJ's elimination a meme, dude. I'm so sorry. That sounds hilarious, though. No, well, sorry OJ got out. Okay, now we get to scene 11. Let me find this. I'm trying to remember what scene 11 was, actually. Because it's not a Limbo Island scene. And I know the challenge explanation is 12. What is scene 11? How do I not remember what this scene is? Hold on. Where? Wait, did I cut a scene? Wait, hold on. Wait a second. Oh, did I cut? Wait, hold on. Sorry, I feel like I'm just remembering. I might just be remembering this, but I think scene 11 from this episode, I think I got cut. Did it get cut? Let me check. No way. Well, that would explain why I don't remember it, but scene 11 was cut. Okay, scene 11 from this episode was cut. You'll see it. You'll see some elements in it in episode 8. That's all I'll say. Okay, scene 12. Let's move on. Scene 12 is animated by Dan the Minifig, who animates for BFDIA, Teapot, has his own YouTube channel. He makes a lot of very cool animations. Very good at rigged animation, I will say. Dan is a goat. What is the worst object show ever? Probably like Object of Pose. For those of you who know. All right, scene 11 or no, scene 12. I mean, balance beam challenge. I remember I wanted to do a balance beam challenge because I wanted this episode out in January, which was when BFDI turned 15 years old. So I wanted it as like a little celebration. The episode didn't come out in January, but I think it's still fine. It's a fun throwback. Poor Slingshot. But yeah, Dan did a very nice job animating this. The slingshot element is another good part of the episode. We got the snow on the balance beam. Kind of winter-esque. There we go. Very, very, very small scene. Very good scene. Love that. Alright, let me get this up. But yeah, Dan has some incredible asset animation. Boy, this pissing me off. My bad. Let me see. Right, let me look in this chat a little bit. Sorry if I'm not answering much. I bet Fusion was fighting demons, trying not to make OJ rejoin instead of Lamp. Oh. Lamp had to come back. Lamp had to come back. I know you. If you've seen the open world story, you know why now. But yeah, I'm sure OJ will get his chance to shine eventually. Fusion, what was that old OIR6 update vid with phone and popsicle in the thumbnail? That was just an update video. That was, well, I guess obviously, but I think if I remember correctly, it was just me. I think it just had probably Roblox footage in the background or something. And I think I was just giving, let me see, I'm trying to think. I remember it was uploaded early September of 2017. So at that time, I think the episode was just audio edited. We hadn't started animation, I think. So I think I was probably I think I was probably just saying like, "Oh, we're through audio and that's about it." Cuz I think it was a very small video, a small update video. You see, we tint the characters. Oh yeah, well, sorry. All right, scene 13 is also animated by Sabota. Sabota was a goat for this episode. But yeah, we have these characters right here on the balance beam in the background. We tint them because they're not the focus. We're focusing on Popsicle. Ooh. This challenge was so fun to write. I remember, I think I wrote this challenge in like 2 days. It was very fun. Pool is finally useful. I love this pool angle. It's so dumb. There he goes. Window's the strongest contestant, but unfortunately he's the most fragile. He's cursed with it. Nice. I love Elastic Band. Elastic Band had some. Well, you can see the. Actually, is this even? I'm trying to think. Yeah, there's like a shape. I think it fixed. I think it's fixed in the actual episode. Yeah, Sabota did this animation. I think he had to help me render it because I think he was using a newer version of Animate, which like I think it affected how these shape tweens kind of work. In the original episode, you'll see like they're regular, like the limbs are standard. But yeah, I think it's just my version of anime. It kind of messes this up, but that's okay. It's not crazy. Whoa. Look at this. One error. I forgot to throw the rest of the team behind Elastic Band. That's on me though. And also there's no snow, which I also forgot. Whoops. Bam. Only window can take pull out. Pull's heavy ah. Bam. There goes pool. That's the end of the scene. I really like how 3D pool looks here. This was so nice. If pool or if window punches himself and he shatters, is he strong or weak? I think it's both, which is a cop. It might be a cop out, but I think it's true. You know, window can punch the hardest, but he can also just shatter the weakest. It's part of his curse. I'm really happy with window in episode 6 though. The window safety suit stuff throughout episodes 4 to 6 was like that was something I was waiting to do for a couple episodes, and I'm really glad I got to. I'm really glad I got to pull all that off and get to the end of that story. All right, let's. Okay, so that was scene 13. It's up on the drive. We have we have 9 scenes left. I think 2 of which are just like very small scenes, so they don't even count really. But yeah, we're almost through it. We're about halfway through the challenge. Okay, let's do where's scene 14? Wait a minute, hold on now. What does this have? Sorry, I just found another version of scene 13. Does this have some of the fixes that I was looking for? Because if not, I'll upload this one. Hold on now. Let me just check this out. Oh, wait a second. Wait. Okay, wait. Oh. Okay, this is definitely my fault. Okay. I think some of the crowd stuff from the other FLA didn't get transferred, but this scene has like snow on the balance beam and all that. So that's definitely on me. Dang. Okay, well I guess I'll fix that for whenever I post this episode again, like in compilations, but dang. Alright. Okay, yeah. Yeah, you'll see in the yeah, I think this shot especially I noticed. Let me see. Yeah, look right here. You can see the balance beam doesn't have the snow, but in this version of the FLA, which I think was used in the final, yeah, this one has the snow. And then in like this shot, you'll see the snow is missing. Okay, well I'll upload this version of the scene because I think this is the one from the final episode. So I'll upload this one. Yeah, I feel like I'd rather keep what's in the final. Okay, but anyway, sorry about that. All right, let's get through scene 14, which is animated by Vince, who is Shattered Waters on YouTube. When OI is done, you should compile all the episodes with revised scenes if possible. That I do plan on doing. No worries. I already have like alt versions of some of these episodes with revisions in, but you know, it's just a matter. You know, once we get to the point where we're able to show it off, we will. You see the Sabota window shatter animation again. This is a cool animation right here. I don't think window has a 3D. I don't think I ever made an angle of window like this. So that means that Vince did this himself, which is very fun. Very nice. Very nice. Whoa. This scene is just so much. There's so much going on in this scene. Vince did an amazing job. Incredibly talented animator. Whoa. Nice little bite. I love this. I love the hand moving like that as well. The arm. Psh. That's great. A cartoon youch. Jake did an amazing screen for Slingshot by the right here as well. Jake is the voice actor of Slingshot. ACM. Yeah, I always think Jake does an incredible job. This is one of the worst. This is one of the worst mistakes that I put in the episode. This was. I'm really sorry. I remember I got so mad I didn't catch this. But yeah, Slingshot. The ball should be gone. This is all it would have taken to fix that. Yeah, we have poor Slingshot. Slingshot is always getting the rough end of the stick, I feel. Yeah, that was scene 14. Thank you, Vince. A very good scene. Alright. Scene 15. Let me see in a second. I think scene 15 was the one that was like very last minute put together. I think it was done the day of the episode. We were very stretched for time. But yeah, let me get. Well, there you go. That's the first 14 scenes up on the drive. I will pretend scene 11 does not exist. But okay, let me see. Where is scene 15? Scene 15, where are you? Okay, see scene 15A. I don't know where B would be. Do I have B? I might have B. Hold on. Oh my goodness. Scene 15B. I'm not finding it in my files, so low-key. I'll find it later. But yeah, the scene Sabota also helped me animate. Team Girls get some action right here. There we go. Trying to take out Button. Button uses phone as a shield. Petty revenge.
This is working, is it not?
Very robotic of phone. This is working, is it not?
This is working, is it not?
All right, and then that's the end of that scene. It's a very small scene. It's half a scene. I'll get that up on the drive though. Let me see. Hey Sabota, hello. But yeah, it's very very good scene. I love all the character motion. Okay, let me find, where did I throw scene 15B? It might be in the actual production folder. I'll just grab it from there. If I didn't upload this FLA, I'll be very sad at myself. And it's not on there. Oh no. Well, I'll find 15B eventually. I feel like I'm not too stressed at this point about it. Where would I put it? It's probably in my downloads. That's fine though. I'll just skip it. I feel like I don't mind. Okay. Scene 16. Where is this now? Okay, scene 16 was also Jackie Chortle. Hey Corny, how are you? Corny is a designer for the show. Corny's I've known Corny since 2017, I believe. I believe it was 2017. It could be 2016, but yeah, Corny's helping design on the show. And I also voice act in FF Wishful Wonderland. I voice act Tear Gassy. But yeah, scene 16. Poor Tuna. Poor Tuna. Bro failed at being an alpha this episode. Very nice. Sorry, I'm kind of like skipping through these scenes a little bit. A lot of these challenge ones, they're very action heavy. It's a lot of just like, it's a lot of just ricochet characters jumping off each other, but it's all very good. I'm very happy with how Jackie did this. So talented, so talented. Very good scene. Let me get this up. And yeah, we're actually almost through with the episode. I think once I finish the episode, I'll probably chill for like a little bit, and then I will probably end the stream. Probably chill for a sec, but yeah, we're not there yet. Let's go through this. Scene 17. I animated scene 17. It's been a while since Okay, well, I did scene 15B. I couldn't find it, but yeah, not counting but yeah, I didn't animate most of this challenge actually. It was all co-animators helping me out with this. Even the challenge explanation, because I think scenes 12, 13, 14, half of 15, which I'll just say, that I hardly did any animation for it. And then scene 16. Yeah, that's like 5 scenes in a row where I barely animated. And then the OJ elimination, I only did half of that. I only did like half of that scene. Yeah, there were a lot of co-animators that helped out. There were a lot of scenes that were helped out with for episode 3. I'm very grateful for my team. But yeah, this was the first scene I did for the challenge. Right near the end. Fun fact, this scene actually is missing a line that had to be animated in after. Where is this? Okay, I found it. My only critique for OI is that there isn't any more of it, which means you made a peak series. Thank you. I think that's one of the things I've seen the most is that, I think this isn't really what you meant, sorry. But I mean, yeah, I want the episodes to be pretty short. I want it to be very quick, so that way then, it's easy for people to get into, and also, eventually we're gonna have 20 plus episodes of this series. So I think, if people want more, they just have to wait, because they will absolutely get more. Oh yeah, right here, in between here and here, there's a line phone's line where he's like, "You really shouldn't have done that. It was accidentally left out, so I animated it after." That's the FLA. That is the FLA. Sorry if I'm like, I probably sound a little tired. I am a little tired. It's also probably why I'm like blazing through these a little bit, but that's okay. Let me see. But yeah. Oh, you can see I loved adding like the reflections on the water. You just take all of the animation and you put it in one symbol. All of this is a symbol right here. Then you just copy and paste it, and then you just tint it. It's very nice. That's how you get a very nice. That's how you get a very quick reflection on water. three C's. What was it? Candy, cup, cakey, coffee. Right, it's this team. It's this team. This part was so funny. I remember writing this. I thought it was so funny. I was like, I need Brett to fight like this. Brett's never really that aggressive. He really took this challenge to heart. Here we have a nice we have a nice grapefruit mask right here. Oh, we have a nice combination of shots right here actually. Check this out. So we have this animation right here of just the just bread and cup on here. We tint it, then we zoom out further and we see the entire balance beam with all the characters. We want to make sure to let the audience know like of what characters exactly are left. And then yeah, here in this grapefruit asset we have the mask right here with the face coming in. The face, the face is a symbol as well. Let me see. Very quick. The grapefruit coming to save the day. This is another combination of shots right here. The zoom in right here, and then we cut to a different shot. Bam. Yeah, if you want to make some dynamic stuff like this, I think it helps, you know, breaking up your shots, figuring out what you can get away with. Because right here, the camera zooms in very, very fast. And so you don't even notice that it's kind of like a different shot entirely. But yeah, and then bam. We also have this pow effect right here, which kind of hides a lot of like you notice the characters change positions like all over right here. Grapefruit and cup flip. Bread kind of stays pretty consistent, but you know, it does happen. But it's so quick you don't notice. Bam. All three of them go. Alright, we're almost through the challenge. Final 5. Another reflection right here. It's masked and it's hidden with this line right here for the water. But yeah, nice. Let me get this halfway up. Let's freaking go. Did I already upload them? Oh no, I didn't. Scene 17. Okay, then I also animated scene 18, which is the one right after. Thank you to the 57 of you that are still watching right now. I appreciate that. I know it's late. But yeah, I just appreciate it. Appreciate you guys sitting through this. I hope you guys are enjoying, you know, this kind of behind the scenes, me just kind of rambling about this. All right. And then right here, the beginning of this scene is like a nice riser sound effect where it's like kind of like that kind of thing. If you look up riser sound effect, you'll see what I'm talking about. But yeah, like this transitions from the previous scene. Then this is the impact.
All right, this has been fun.
This animation, I think I reused this. I think in episode 5 or 6. I forget which episode. I did reuse the animation though. The coffee cannon, the rocket launcher. I need to have coffee have more like just gadgets on hand. I wanted coffee's bag to be similar to like Ramona Flowers, where there's like just pocket space. I think it's pocket space, right? Where it's like the cartoon character, you know, they have like they can have anything in their pockets as big as they want, and it doesn't really have to make sense. But yeah, that's kind of like what Ramona Flowers from Scott Pilgrim has in like her bag that she has. I think it'd be fun to probably go inside Coffee's bag for an episode. That might be fun. We got some lighting right here. I think this is just like a filter on the body. We just changed change the hue, the saturation, the contrast, change all of that. It just makes it look that much cooler, I think. No, they're gonna die. They're gonna get shot. People who saw episode 6 are getting flashbacks. Bam. I loved making this shot. Wow. Wow. Everyone gets flown. Knocking off the team. Popsicle saving the day. There we go. Popsicle came in clutch right here. Yeah, this animation was nice. I like this. Some self-glaze. Pushing coffee off to make it so coffee would land first. Bam. We have a nice coffee angle right here as well. Bam. There goes Popsicle. And that's it. That is the challenge. Keiki's animated back here as well. But it's the movie clip, so you can't really tell. But it's blurred. And then the voting screen. Oh, episode 3 coming spring 2025. This should be 4. Should be 4. There we go. Better late than never that I fix it. I like this voting screen a lot. I wanted to make sure Keiki, didn't get out, so I had her smiling. Coffee as well. Yeah, I think I just changed their expressions that way. It's a pretty negative outlook on the episode. But you gotta make sure everyone has a fair enough shot. All right, scene 18 is up on the drive. Keiki sold. Popsicle is so awesome for that. I agree. Such a peak episode, bro. Thank you, Corny. Yeah, I think episode 3 is my favorite. Bro is streaming. Hello, Brayden. Lego TD. Lego TD 61 voices Ball in Object Invasion. He's been around the show since 2016. He's also, he does a plentiful of stuff for Jack and Jellyfy. Merch stuff, audio, revisions. Helps with a lot of the merch. Brayden is a big part of Jack and Jellyfy. And has also helped a lot with Object Invasion. I'm very tired. Okay, we're almost through this. Sorry, okay. All right, scene 19. What is scene 9? Okay, I remember scene 19. Sorry. Okay. I think it's here. Yep. Got it. Okay, the scene 19. This was animated by Chelsea Wagolo, creator of Object Lockdown, and also the voice actress of Popsicle. Yeah, there's just Team Sandstorms kind of reveling in their victory. This is their last time OJ was the one who kind of made them win. So Bread really had to prove himself this time. That's something you'll notice in episode 3. Bread really gives it his all, just so he can have the title of team leader. He can feel earned. Tuna gets sucked. I remember. Chelsea added this nice this splatter effect right here. It's very, very nice. This book flipping animation, which I reused a lot as well. Chelsea did that as well. But yeah, Tuna's getting sucked in more. But yeah, Plastic Man and Bread, very nice. Good scene. Good, very, very nice scene. Yeah, episode 3 had a couple ending scenes, which I felt like was very necessary, given how much happened in the episode. I think episode 3 is still my favorite running wise, I think, but I do think episode 4 is probably the best looking to me, just because of how much there was in it. But I feel like 3, there's just so much in it. It's it's a very compact episode. I feel there's so many jokes that I really like. All right, and now let's get to scene 20. which is animated by Spheregon, who also animated the ball and sign scene from earlier, scene 2. But yeah, Spheregon helped animate this very last minute as well. Another goat for the show. Another huge W. He animated like the team girls scene right here at the end where it's revealed, that Keiki and Lamp, they used to date. They had history.
Right.
I'm so glad. I'm always very happy when I get to utilize more parts of these backgrounds, because like I feel like this part of the background especially was never really utilized. Like this part's always been in it since episode 1. I just didn't get to show it, I feel. But yeah, we get to utilize this stool that I don't know, it's just small stuff. I like when I get to utilize the backgrounds more than once.
Plus, I actually like you guys.
This was a very mean thing for Keiki to say. She says, "Plus, I actually like you guys," which is, she didn't realize it then, but in episode 4, Coffee makes it known. That's not really, how exactly do you think that would make Coffee feel? How would you feel if you heard someone being like, "Plus, I actually like you guys." I feel like it's kind of implying, oh, you don't really like this person. It's kind of a mean. Oh. You got to feel bad for Coffee, just a little bit. That's all right though. That's the one thing I do. I'm glad I'm able to do with this show. I feel like, I hope the character interactions are good enough, or I feel like I hope they feel like real people going through things, even though they're doing stupid shit all the time. We have the nice dorm room. There we go. Spheron is so great when it comes to like posing stuff. Always lots of nice posing. Animation's always clean.
We may or may not have had a history.
Also, he made this front view of Keiki that actually like never really. I gotta add that to my to the asset folder.
We may or may not have had a history.
We may or may not have had a history.
Whoa. Wait. Yeah. Nice fight.
Let me check the chat. Sorry. If fusion's fusion, then who's fusioning the animations? Bread needs to be the breadwinner. The different character dynamics for 2024 OI is such whiplash. Such whiplash. I was always so used to Window and Keiki being enemies in the original. That's true. Keiki, yeah, I mean like it's funny because the dynamics in the original, I feel like they are just so different because of how much more thought I feel like I've given all the characters. Like Window and Keiki fighting in the 2016 episode 1. It's like that's literally just because I needed to introduce all the characters, so I was like, oh here I'll have Keiki and Window. How I could be like, oh they'll be like, oh we're kind of enemies, huh? But you'll notice it's never really brought up again. It's just like it's just I feel like I didn't give it too much thought back in the day. But obviously now things are a lot different. I'm glad I can have all these. I'm glad I can just like that. This is the most fun part for me. Just like building off of all this. Also, hold on. What is this scene? I'm seeing. Wait, hold on. Give me a sec. Did I start animating this? What is this? Oh, this is the setup. Okay. Yeah, originally I was gonna animate. Okay, that scene I just showed, scene 20. I was originally going to animate it, but then I gave it to Spheregon, or he took it very last minute. Okay. Yeah. Well, sorry, I was just confused for a second. All right, we're almost through. We have 2 more scenes. One of them is like hardly a scene. All right. Scene 21. Lamp and OJ. Will Pool get recovered this season, or is he just gonna be Deadpool forever? You should check out the end credit scene in the open world episode trilogy. The open world episode trilogy video. Sorry. There's in that compilation video, there's a bonus post credit scene. But yeah, check this out. This was animated by Captain Cool AG, Aiden Gomez. Another animator for BFDIA, Teapot, BFB. He animates for so many shows. He's animated for Object Lockdown as well, The Nightly Manor, all that stuff. But yeah, we get a nice catch up on Lamp right after we're talking about him. Gathering driftwood from around the small island. Here we go. OJ has been officially been eliminated from the show. Bam. Very nice effect added right here. Bam. I remember when the island was this small. What's up? Sup, cutie patootie. Good line. 67 viewers. Oh. Now hold on a minute. I love designing this OJ, the pirate OJ. I hope I get to utilize it again in the future. I'll try to. Oh, there's another error right here that I forgot to get rid of. Let's find my. You see the asset kind of like loops around again. That's fixed by just clearing these keyframes, and it's all good. Very nice scene. We're seeing the two meanest characters kind of just going back and forth. I really wanted a scene like this because they're both on different teams in the first episode, but so we never really got to see them together. But you know, I feel like it's very. I want to make it very clear that they're two different kinds of villains for the show. Very fun, very fun. Maybe someday they'll see eye to eye, but they're quite different. Beautiful shot. This is the thumbnail for this stream. It's poetic. One of the last scenes of the episode. The thumbnail for the stream. I always knew I'd own my own island someday. Remember that line. Here we go. It's all OJ. And we brought back the shack from the 2016 Object Invasion as well. Wow. What an ending. I wonder how big this island will get. You'll have to wait and find out. But yeah, there we go. Scene 21, and then there's one more scene. It's just the post credit scene, the very small scene. Let me find this. Good stuff, good stuff. All right, and this is the very last scene of episode 3. It's just Slingshot, the sun going down, and we have OJ or Slingshot getting back to his body after a long day. Slingshot is out of his body for too long at a time. We see his limbs were like hiding behind. This was something I always never. I always forgot this happened. What even like happened here? Because the ball is. Should this like? Because you guys can see like the ball is clearly like more purple, but I actually don't know why. I don't know why it's like that. Wait, did I feel like did I apply the wrong? No. Why is it like that? I don't I don't get. I don't know why this. Wait, hold on. Oh wait. Oh, is this darkened in here? Okay, weird. I don't. Wait a second. So if I were to darken this in here, no, that doesn't fix it. Okay, I don't know. Wait, is this? Okay, I'm not gonna mess around with that. I don't really care. I don't really know. I don't really need to. Why was the ball in front in the first place? I don't know. It's fun. Wait, no, why was it in the front? Why did I do that? It should be. I should be behind it. You're right. Oh my goodness. I didn't even think about that. My bad. Good catch, Spoon. Good catch. And there we go. Sun sets on a long day. Alright. And that was me going through all of Object Invasion Episode 3. All of the assets. All of the animation files. Come such a long way. Let me upload this to the drive. But yeah, I don't know. Thank you all for, tuning into this. I'll make an official announcement, I think, probably tomorrow. But yeah, all of the episode 3 source files are now up on the drive for any Adobe Animate fans, any Adobe Animate users. And yeah, I don't know. Thank you so much for watching. Yeah, I think I will probably end the stream now as well. But, I appreciate everyone sticking around. I'll try and, right now we're pretty deep in episode 7 production. Right now audio is getting started. Voice acting's wrapping up. Design should be done soon. And yeah. Good stuff. But yeah, thank you all for watching. I will see you all later. And I'll try and have new videos up soon. But yeah, thank you everyone. Hope you have a good night. Bye.